Dear students, as we have discussed in the previous session, what is part family and how this part family is arranged. So basically there is three different types are there. One is visual inspection, second one is part classification and coding, and third one is production flow analysis. On the basis of these three methods, we are classifying or making the group of parts. In that one, first one we have discussed, that is visual inspection. So with the help of whatever the physical appearance of the part, okay, whatever the physical appearance of the part or how it is looking, on the basis of that we are visualizing, or how we are seeing the object. On the basis of that, what happen, we are making the components in a group. So second one comes, it is a part classification and coding. So basically, see, part classification means what? Again, you have to make the group of parts here. Okay. And coding means what? So what you are classifying the components, you have to code them on the basis of two criteria here. Okay, means what? Once you give the proper coding, means what? Second time if the same component comes, that time, so that identification become very much easier. So that's why we have to give the proper classification and we have to give the proper coding here. So basically part classifications are made among similarity among the parts are identified, and these similarities are related in a coding system, and these two categories or whatever the similarities are coded or making the code in two different classifications. One on the basis of design attributes, okay, means what, related to design factors, and one is with manufacturing attributes. Okay, so basically design attributes means what? See, attributes means what you are calling as it is a something related to design factors and something related to manufacturing part. Okay, so in Kannada it is called gunalakshana. Okay, so basically in design attributes, basically we are characterizing such as with the help of geometry, with the help of size and material. So basically for design there is a main requirement is what is a geometry is there, means what, shape. Second one comes, that is size, how the size is there, small, big, large, whatever that. And one more part comes, that is material, means what, whether it is a steel, whether it is aluminum, copper, which type of material we are using to manufacture that component. So that is we are calling as design attributes. Next comes, that is manufacturing attributes. So as already we have seen that in manufacturing attributes what happen, what is the process steps, means what are the different manufacturing processes required. On the basis of that we have to make the parts and we have to give the codings here. So manufacturing means what, whether forging is required, whether fabrication is required, whether machining is required, casting is required. Okay, what is a requirement, that is manufacturing process is there. On the basis of that process we have to make the classification and we have to give the coding on the basis of manufacturing. Okay, then why we have to make this classification and coding? So there is a certain reasons are there. First main reason is what we can call design retrieval. Okay, so first one is design retrieval. See, once the component comes, new component comes, you are making the planning, you are giving the making the groups, and you are creating the design, and you have given the separate code for that on the basis of design. Suppose if the same part comes one more time for manufacturing, that time already it is a existing is there, so that whatever the design is there you can utilize, because whatever the again redesigning is there, that time wastage will be reduced because it is already existing is there. If it is existing means what, you can use that. Okay, so that's why it is called as design retrieval. Design retrieval means what, the saved whatever the file is there you have to retrieve, and you have to change or you have to modify the small changes in the original design. That is first reason is required. Next, second one is automated process planning. Automated process planning. So basically automated process planning means what, once a design is finalized you have made the process plan also for that. Okay, so in that what happen, whatever the searching design is there, that part coding is there, by the help of that design code you can identify the existing plan. Okay, that whatever the process plan existing is there, that you have to identify and you have to plan according to that changes. Okay, next comes one more part, that is machine design cell. So basically machine design cell means what, okay, what the component or a code is there, okay, to be used the design machine cell capable of producing all the members of a particular part family using composite part concept. Means what, the same component can be manufacturing in different machines. So which machine is capable, that we have to identify, on the that machine cell we have to give the part manufacturing. For these three reasons we have to make part classification and coding. What are those? First, to design attributes, sorry, design retrieval. Second one is automated process planning purpose, and one more is machine cell design. So basically the part coding system consists of sequence of symbols, or you can call it is a design manufacturing attributes. On the basis of what, we have to give the symbols with the help of design and manufacturing attributes. So basically symbols are usually alphanumeric, or although only it is a numerical numbers. So basically there are three basic coding structures are there, but for your syllabus there is a only one is there, that is important, is Optis classification and coding system. Okay, so what is this Optis classification and coding system? See, this was developed by H. Optis of the University of Aachen in Germany. So that's why this for close whatever the classification and coding system name given as Optis classification. Okay, so it represents one of the pioneer effort in the group technology, and is probably the best known, if not the most frequently used, of the part classification and coding system. So basically the Optis coding scheme uses following digit sequence. So basically what you are seeing in this figure, or whatever your number is there, so like that the Optis coding system is used. Example, 9 digits. Okay, 0 1 to 9. After that A B C D is used. So what, how this is dimension represents examples here. So the basic code consists of 9 digit. Okay, leave that A B C D. Okay, only the basic, it consists of what, 9 digit code, which can be extended by adding 4 more digit. Suppose sometimes some extra anything is there for separation, that time you have to use this A B C D, whether it is a B C D like that. So this A B C D is not mandatory, only this optic coding technique comes only it is a 9 digit. Some extra or sometime very rare parts are there, in that case you have to give the serial number as A B C D like that. Okay, the First 9 are intended to convey both design and manufacturing data. In this what happen, it is conveying both design and manufacturing datas. Okay, so the interpretation of the first 9 digits is defined example like this. The first 5 letter, that is 1 2 3 4 5, first 5 letters are called form code, or called as form code, and it describes the primary design attributes of the part. Means what? First whatever the 5 letters are there, these are represented by form codes, and it is describing design attributes of a part, such as its external shape, whether it is a rotary is there or it is rectangular is there, and machine features, example holes are there, threads are there, or gear teeth is there, boring is there. So whatever may be, these type of design features is represented by first 5 letters, 1 2 3 4 5. The next 4 digits, the next 4 digits, 6 7 8 9, 6 7 8 9, next 4 digits constitute the supplementary code. Okay, the second 4 digits is called as supplementary code, which indicates some of the attributes that would be used in manufacturing. Okay, so these supplementary codes are such that which would be used in manufacturing. Example, so in manufacturing attributes means what? Dimensions, work materials, starting shape, and accuracy. Example, the manufacturing attributes, example, dimensions, work material, starting shape, and accuracy. The extra 4 digit, whatever the A, B, C, D are referred to as secondary code. A, B, C, D are secondary code and are intended to identify the production operation type. Identify the production operation type and sequence. Production operation type, whether it is a machining, whether it is a forging, whether casting, okay, fabrication, what are those, it can be identified. So this external whatever the type of manufacturing, it is called as secondary codes. The secondary code can be designed by the user firm to reserve its own particular needed. Means what? Depend on the company, this ABCD is arranged. So which company you are using A, which company is using B, which company using C, these are identified. Okay, so in how it is identified, just see this figure. So how it is identifying? Example, see, first digit it is representing what? It is part class. Okay, means what? Whether it is a rotational or non-rotational. How it is identified? With respect to length divided by dimension or depth. Okay, so or length by diameter it is called. Okay, so that is represented by part class. Second one is digit, it is represented by main shape, whether it is a rotational, whether it is a rectangle, so that shape will be second digit. Third one is rotational machine, so whether it is internal shape element, rotational machining, or main bore is there, what is the main hole is there, rotational part, that is third will represent. Third one is plane surface machining. Plane surface machining with the help of milling machine we are using that one. Next, fifth one is additional. Okay, additional whatever the holes, teeth formings are there, sometime what happen, there is a additional machine manufacturings are there, example threading is there, Okay, internal threading, holes are there, boring is there, champering is there, fillet is there. So that will be represented by this fifth digit. So these whatever the four digits are there, it is purely depend on what design. And next whatever the codes are there, these codes are we are calling as supplementary codes, that is 6 7 8 9, which is represented by first sixth digit is represented by, okay, it is called as dimensions. Okay, sixth letter. Second, seventh digit is represented by material. Which type of material? Eighth one is original shape of the raw material. Original shape of the raw material. Okay, whether it is rotational, whether it is a rectangle, which is the original shape is there, that one. And last ninth digit is represented by accuracy. Ninth one is represented by accuracy or tolerance, how much tolerance you have to manufacture. So this is a first basic 9 letters, that is form code and supplementary code it is called. And the secondary code, whatever that A B C D is there, it is not mandatory. Okay, depend on the company, you have to use it. A B C D, whatever may be, the first 9 letter is very much important. In that first 5 are represented by design, and second 4 letters are represented by manufacturing, that we are calling as form code, and last 4 digits are called as supplementary code. So this is related to Opti's classification and coding tech system, which is only one for your syllabus.